Welcome to Driving the Lane with Randy Kraayenbrink and Chuck Rowe, a podcast presented by News Talk 1540 KXEL. Now, Driving the Lane.
Welcome to Driving the Lane. Randy Kraayenbrink, Chuck Rowe, the show where we talk mostly about one thing only, and that is
Panther basketball.
Now, it's important that we remind you that even though we are the official UNI basketball show for News Talk 1540 KXEL, our comments may not reflect those at UNI. However, Randy is a former player, and I plan on getting a Randy Kraayenbrink autograph before the season ends. So this show is as official as it's going to get. I don't know how much those go on for in the market, but I plan on getting one.
Well, there was one out there one time that went for less than $1 on eBay. So I think you're going to be good. I'll probably give it to you for free. We'll be good.
You?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Please and thank you.
You're so welcome.
So, well, as always, we have a great show for everyone today. Joining us today from Turkey, Ege is going to be with us. And then we have the Midwest Studies Group Nonprofit of the Week. And of course, the Financial Architects Quote of the Week. Let's get started. Randy, excited to have us today. Drum roll, please. Mr. Ege is going to be joining us. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Now, before we get started talking about basketball, wanted to talk about something that's way more important, and that is in your home country in Turkey, there was an earthquake that devastated the area. I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, it seems to be a good 12 plus hours away from your home. Is that the case?
It's like more than 15 hours drive.
Okay.
Even the distance is so big. My family felt that.
Really?
So you can understand how big the earthquake was from this information.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you, if you had family and friends that were affected by the earthquake.
Like, I'm really lucky that my family is safe, but I had so many friends from national team or like our assistant coach. They were from that area, and like there's some bad news, of course, but it was a hard week for me. But I'm glad that my family's all right. They're safe.
Well, I know you've done an excellent job posting information on your social media about the earthquake. What were some of the thoughts that came to mind when you first saw some of those videos?
I felt like how lucky we are to live every single second we have, because like situation like earthquake, there is nothing you can do. You can't be prepared because you don't know when it's gonna happen, and it happened in like middle of the night when everyone was sleeping. So it was pretty rough. And when I watched the videos, the first thing that I thought, like, what can I do to help? How can I do something? How can I be useful? Like, because I'm real far from my country, the only thing that I could do was like posting informations and like making people donate some money, like if they want to. So I was trying to do that. Also, my family went to like earthquake area. My father was there to help the people that affected by the earthquake. So I was always like talking with him, asking him what they want, what they need. So that was the only thing that I could do. I wish I could have done something better, but that was the only thing I could have done.
You said that you've been trying to explain to others how they can help during this, whether it's, learning more or donating.
There are so many non-governmental organizations that like really efficient on the area. One of them is like the biggest one, AHBAP, AHBAP. That organization is probably the biggest one. And they're also getting donations from every country from Earth. But you can check the website, like if someone wants to know better. And in the website, they have all the information that you need about earthquake, about how to donate, about what else can you do. Like, probably that's the best answer I got.
Nice. Ege, what would be like your? You said you're posting some on social media. You're posting maybe like Instagram, whatever. Do you have an account or something that we could go to look up your specific account and maybe go through your channels as well?
Yeah, it's just my name and surname, Ege Peksari, EGEPEKSARI.
Well, thanks for taking a little bit of time to talk to us about the earthquake and how people could help. Let's switch gears a little bit, though, if we could. Turkey is known to have some great basketball. A number of players have played in the NBA, even from Turkey. Who is your all-time favorite Turkish player that has ever played in the NBA?
Probably I would say Mehmet Okur, the money man. He was playing for Jazz, the Grizzlies. He was a big time. He was an all-star, and he's an amazing person. Like now, I thought he was gonna do some coaching stuff back in Turkey. I don't know if he's doing right now, but he's an amazing person, and he was so clever. Like in NBA right now, there's like stretch fours who can shoot from outside, stretch bigs, and he was the first guy who can shoot from outside, and he was big. He was the first center that can shoot from outside. So he really changed, the era, and like he's a great player.
Is he, do you think, the all-time favorite across the country as far as NBA players go?
Probably it could be Mehmet Okur, the money man, or Hido Turkoglu.
Turkoglu, yeah.
Yeah, they are both big in Turkey, and like there's always big discussion about who's the favorite, who's the best.
Where does Michael Jordan fit into there?
Like probably Jordan, Kobe, and Braun are like three best players that ever played. But in Turkey, because we don't have that many NBA players, the Turkish ones are always the favorites among the people.
Yes.
But probably Jordan has the most hype in Turkey. He's a favorite probably.
Now you could have started a career in Europe if you wanted to, and I know you did play in Europe for a while, but instead you chose to come to America, play in the college system. What helped make that decision for you?
In Turkey and also in Europe, it's really hard to like play in a top level and keep getting educated on college because there is no college league, so you have to play professional, and the practice and the games are during like classes. So you have to make a decision and choose one of them. In here, it's an amazing system that we have right now. We can keep getting educated in like great schools, and we can keep playing basketball on a high level. So it was the first thought that I had before I moved here.
So kind of update us a little bit on when you came to the United States, and then maybe when and how you got to be a Panther.
I came here on late August, I guess. Yeah, late August.
Okay.
And I committed in June or July, like beginning of July almost. I was in national team camp. We played under 20 this year. I was in the camp, but I've been talking with Coach Sad and Coach Jay for like almost a month that time. So they offered when I was in the camp. So I was like, yeah, I'm real proud to be a Panther.
Awesome.
Since then I'm a part of Panther team.
Yes.
So were there other schools that were recruiting you as well in America? And who was the particular coach that was responsible for getting you here? And what was that process like?
I had some other offers too, but I can answer both of your questions like this. I had other offers too, but since I met with Sad Tuttle, he's been like a big brother to me since day one. And he also played in Europe, so he understands what I've been through, what I've seen. So he really helped me with this like whole situation. So that's why like I was coming to another continent. So I want to have like someone that I can really trust, and he made me feel like that. So he was the one who was responsible for my commitment, and he was one of the big reasons that I chose UNI, to be honest.
He's not too shabby of a guy, and he has a new family member as well.
Yeah,
right. So what would you do if he asked you, could you do me a favor and just change the diaper and maybe babysit for a little while? What would your answer be?
I wouldn't do it. He didn't name the son Ege, so I wouldn't do
that. Good answer.
Now, Randy, I've personally worked with a lot of internationals in America before in my work history. And one comment I consistently hear is that it's easy to gain weight because, well, it's America, right? So has it been a struggle for you at all to keep away from the pizza and the candy and things like that?
To be honest, I lost like 6 pounds since I moved here, 6 or 5. So I'm doing all right, but the foods over here are very different. Like my favorite food since I moved here is breakfast pizza in dining hall. It's amazing. But like when I talk with my family, they don't understand that we are eating pizzas in the breakfast. Like it's real hard for them to understand that. The thing that they're saying that you're gonna get fat. Everyone's telling that you're gonna get fat because I'm eating breakfast on pizza. I'm eating pizzas on breakfast. So
But they have to remember how many calories you're burning every day while you're working.
yeah.
So outside of breakfast pizza, what's some of the other favorite foods that you like to eat, either back from Turkey or here?
In Turkey, we have some like Turkish food. They're not like just belong to our country, but like you guys don't have them here. Like there's a sandwich called kumru, which has like all the ingredients that you can think. And probably that's one of my favorite. Mantı is like a kind of pasta. It's not the same, but like kinda. They're my favorites. In here, I don't know. Like breakfast pizza is so far ahead. Breakfast pizza is something amazing. Probably I will take some back when I will go back to home. I'll take some with me.
So what about Casey's breakfast pizza? Where does that rank? Have you ever had that yet, or?
I had it. It's really nice, but I think Piazza's breakfast pizza is better. People are telling me crazy because I'm telling this, but that's my idea. Like,
Well, what about other students or maybe other families? Are there other Turkish students or families in the area that have been able to embrace you and help you through some of the transition?
there was one student at the last year here. She was playing volleyball. She was from Turkey, but she went to another school in New York. I don't remember the name of it right now. I've been talking with her a lot. She helped me a lot during the process. We don't have any Turkish student here, but we had a couple Turkish professors in school, and I met with some of them. Like we met, they helped me a lot, but we didn't have that much time to spend. So,
And I know you have some other like Turkish teammates from the national team that you were on that play on teams throughout the United States.
yeah,
Do you stay in touch with them at all?
basically we're talking with them almost every day. Like we've been together with them. I don't know if you heard about him. He's like one of the top prospects. Adem Bona. He's playing
Oh,
for UC.
UCLA.
Yeah, like I've been knowing him since I was like 11. So we are really close. We are still in touch with him.
How has the UNI men's basketball team helped you feel like you're more at home?
Everyone's here is they're so helpful and they're so nice. They're just making you feel at home. Like even when I talk with my family, I told them like, I know you guys miss me, but I haven't missed it a lot, guys, because like I also have a family here. They're real nice to me. Like of course I miss them, but I have a family here. They make me feel that, and I'm so grateful for that.
Literally, not almost every person we've talked to that has been a Panther, is a Panther, a coaching staff, whatever. That's the first thing they bring up. It's not wins and losses, but at the end of the day, it's about the family that you've created and you have around you. And it's great to hear that you coming in from out of the country that that we make you feel like family as well. And that's really cool.
What did your mom say when you said, "Guess what? I want to live 1 billion miles away from here"?
In the beginning, she was real sad because like even when I was living in Turkey, I was living in another city, but it was just like 2 hours, 3 hours drive. So it's not the same. But when she understand that this is better for me, she was really happy. And she's been one of my biggest supporters since I moved here. So she's having some hard time because my sister also moved to another country to study. So we both moved at the same year. That's kind of hard for my family, but they're all right. They also like that we're in other countries having some other experiences, meeting other cultures. They're also happy about that.
Yeah. When you came to the United States, obviously played a little bit. Now under the Panther system, what's been the biggest curveball, or what's been the biggest learning curve that you've had to do?
The offense that we are running right now is amazing because the flow system, the thing that we are running as a flow, it's just like I don't know how to describe it, but it's random. You can do it you can decide on something and you can do whatever you want. If you want to back up, you can. If you want to set a screen, you can. So the hardest thing that I get used to was that one because you should still like in every second you have to decide on something and you have to do it. but when I get used to it, it's an amazing system. Like it's really hard to defend that.
In Europe, and you think of the rule differences between here and America, has there been something that's been hard to get used to, or that took time for you to get used to?
Probably shot clock, 30 seconds. Over there we have 24 seconds. That was kind of different because like the offense are taking long time, way more than it used to. So probably that's the only rule that like comes weird for me.
Right now, you're getting a few minutes each game. What type of things do you personally need to work on in order to get more minutes as your career goes on?
I think the most important thing that I have to work on is my defense because like I worked a lot, especially since I moved here. I worked a lot on that, but I'm still slower than like I'm an easy target on defense to be honest. But I believe that if I keep working hard, I will be a good defender too. So it will increase my minutes.
Well, most players during a game need to watch their mouths during when they maybe don't agree with something from a ref, or maybe the coaches might tell you something you don't like. And so most players need to watch themselves. You have the advantage that you speak a different language. Have you ever said anything kind of maybe rude or argumentative back to a ref, where you said it maybe with a smile on your face though, and they didn't know what you had to say? Have you ever done that before in frustration?
Nah, I didn't done that. I haven't done that. Like mostly I'm not a guy who talks like who says some bad things to refs or like to other teammates. Like I sometimes talk trash with other teams, but it wouldn't be a swear or a curse. I would just say something to make them mad, and that's enough for me. Like I'm not a person who curse a lot, so it's all right.
Okay. Good man. Good man. So, well, again, I know we only see you for a few minutes each game. Saw some highlight videos of you though, and between your shooting and some of your assists and things like that. What is it that maybe fans haven't gotten to see yet that you're excited to show them once you get more minutes?
I think they haven't seen my passing yet. Like I did some good passes over the year, but I don't think they've seen enough yet. I can still make them surprised throughout the season. Like it's gonna be a process, but like it's gonna be nice.
Okay. Are we going to see some Ricky Rubio magic from you then?
Of course, he's one of my favorites. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still watching his highlights sometimes, especially before the games. Like I can try one or two of them.
Well, on the Panthers, have you developed a relationship during practice yet with any particular player where your passing just jives really well with their offense?
Probably, I can say my roommate Charlie or Drew, because they're both amazing shooters. Whenever I pass them, I know that they're gonna score. Like, and sometimes when we're together on the scout team, I'm just throwing the ball to them and not even looking because I know they're gonna make the shot. So it's really nice.
Randy, if you were just born a little bit later in life, you would have had the opportunity to play with Ege.
Right. Sounds, I always like to play with people who like to pass the ball. So
I wasn't that lucky. I wasn't that lucky.
Well, of course, the UNI team would like to get maybe a little bit on a winning streak right now. What sort of things are the coaches telling the players to focus on in order to get back on track?
Coach Jake, like we lost so many games right now, back to back. As a team, we're all sad about it, and like we all know that we gotta change something. But Coach Jake, since the first game we lost, he's been saying the same thing. Keep playing, keep doing the same things you have done because you guys are doing a great job, and keep trusting yourself. So this also means a lot for us. It shows how much he trusts us, and it's really important for us.
And in most of those games, you've been so close to either a turnover or a steal or a missed shot that the games could have gone the other way as well. And so it's not like you're getting blown out by 10, 15, 20 points. It's a break here or a break there that you need. And like you said, keep playing hard and trust the process.
Yeah, like we're an amazing team. Like all the guys are working so hard. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to achieve something bigger. But like we had some bad stretches, and there were some games that we were just unlucky. We just couldn't make shots. But we believe that we're gonna make it all right at the end of the year. We all trust each other.
Do you have any final words for Panther fans out there?
I just want to say, since I moved here, before I moved here, it was really like I had some, I don't know how to say, prejudice. Like I thought like everyone's gonna be like, so individual, no one's gonna help me, I'm gonna be alone. Since I moved here, everyone that I met, even the people that I haven't met, everyone has been so helpful, so amazing to me. I'm just so grateful to meet every single person here, and thanks for everything.
Well, Ege, thanks for joining us and welcome to Panther Nation. And we look
Thank
forward
you.
to watching you for the next 3 or 4 years.
This week's Midwest Studies Group Nonprofit of the Week. Please welcome Brian Burden from Boys and Girls Clubs of the Cedar Valley. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate your having me on your show.
So, although most have a general sense of what the Boys and Girls Club does, maybe you can give us a better description of what your organization does each day.
So the Boys and Girls Club is an after-school program that provides a safe place for kids to come to right from school. We give parents the opportunity to have that safe space, and also we're open till 7 o'clock, so they can do something after work while the kids are here. And during that time, we're also giving those kids an opportunity for social and emotional well-being, also educational. So we do give homework help. We also have STEM activities. We're just trying to make this so that they want to come, and they are here from ages 6 through graduation from high school. So we have a wide gambit of things that they can do while they're at the club.
Brian, Chuck and I obviously are very familiar with the club. Chuck participated obviously a heck of a lot more than I did, but I was on the board and did a couple other things there at the club. But maybe give our listeners kind of a sense of like how many kids, how many different locations you have in the Cedar Valley, and then how many staff and volunteer. I gave you a loaded question there, but how many staff and volunteer it takes to just run that whole organization, because it's huge.
Yes. So as I said, we have kids from age 6 through graduation from high school. We have our main location on Lime Street that serves 6 through 12. We have our teen center that's a block away that was built in 2019, brand new building, and serves from 13 through graduation from high school. We also have a space in Evansdale, Elk Run Heights that we're serving children. Again, those are the younger ones. And then we have 2 school-based sites at Waterloo School Elementary Schools, Lincoln and Highland, that we are currently serving. So in order to have all those sites and people to serve those children, we have just about 30 part-time staff and 10 full-time staff that support those part-time staff members. Volunteer-wise, we can have anywhere from 300 up to 1,000, depending on the year, volunteers that come into the buildings on a regular basis.
Well, obviously, so many programs that you have running at all those different sites. What is your favorite one program that you find to be your personal favorite?
I think my personal favorite would be, there's 2. Smart Girls, which is dealing with the girls that are maturing and going through puberty and teaching them things that they need to know as they grow up. And then Passport to Manhood is the same thing for boys. So we are trying to help those kids as they grow to know how they fit into society.
Well, before we let you go, where can people learn more about the Boys and Girls Club?
So they can call us at our main location on 515 Lime Street at 319-234-2839, and anyone here can help you. Also, they can stop by that address to pick up membership applications. Our services are low cost, and we do have scholarships if people can't afford them. So we want every kid to have the opportunity to be served by the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Is there a website that we could maybe go to, or something that we could find, like if we wanted to donate money or we wanted to donate our time? I know we can call there, but is there a website as well?
Yes, you can go to cedarvalleyclubs.org, and that will have information about staff, board members, and also ways to get involved as volunteers and to donate.
Perfect. Well, thank you, and have a great 2023.
Now's the part of the show that everyone's been waiting for, the Financial Architect's Quote of the Week.
Financial Architect's Quote of the Week. Here it is. Thoughts have energy. Make sure yours are positive and powerful.
You know, it's the beginning of the week.
Yes.
It's easy to have those negative thoughts, right?
Correct.
But I love it. You know, I'm inspired to have some more positive thoughts right now.
Nice. Good for you.
Good for me, good for everybody, right? So
That's right.
So
That's
great
right.
job
Awesome.
for another awesome quote. Time to say goodbye from Chuck and Randy. See you next week. Enter the closing music.